Hi folks, welcome back to the Horde. So it's almost 20 after 1. It is 12. Let me show you there you go, the 12. 12, 5, 15, 53.3 degrees out here. That says 53 and welcome to Saturday. That tells you my battery's all charged, right? Gotta love the sunshine. This says 11.5 Celsius, 48% humidity. So welcome to Saturday. What am I up to? Sorry about no video yesterday, guys. First I had some errands to do, and I wanted to get a bunch of stuff in hand so that I could move the projects forward for the weekend. And I worked a couple of days this week. So normally the Friday when I wake up, I'm not all that swift anyway, so a lot of times I run errands. Anyway, I smashed the engine up on this. Some of you guys were going to do something similar, so just quickly for those folks who haven't been with me for the entire project, the pulleys made things interesting. The engine that came off of this thing had a 7/8 shaft, right? 7/8 inch shaft. So, and it had this pulley on it, and you could see the keyways built into the pulley. And then this is actually a split pulley that drives the drive belt, this little rubber band of a drive belt. Anyway, so this thing is split, and it also has its keyway in it. So to get this whole thing working, what I did was I bought sleeves, and these sleeves convert 3/4 to 7/8, and they're relatively short. Or you could cut them shorter if you need to. So what I did was I put a slit in this, right? And I slid it all the way back. Then I obviously slid the small one on here, right? I can see my finger there. Hopefully you can too. So then I put the small one on there. So the small one was on the shaft, and the small pulley was keyed to this thing because I put a cut in it. I continued the cut all the way out, right? So now it looks something like this, except once again there's a slit in it, and I put the keyway I needed to put this pulley on. This pulley is from Tractor Supply. It's got a 3/4 inch bore, and it is 2.5 inches. 2 3/4 is not really standard. 2.5 is standard, 3 inches standard, 2 3/4 not completely standard. You can find them. You can kind of get them made, but for off the shelf, 2.5 inches is much more standard. So then I bought this, once again, 2.5 with a 3/4 inch bore, and I put it on here. I lined everything up. I put the keyway in. I cut the keyway to the right length. I shimmed things out with washers to make everything work. And I left this loose because I want to show you these washers in here, and I put a lock washer too to put pressure on, and I got a lock washer out here. And what that does is it shims everything out, and you could kind of see the keyway right there, right? So anyway, put the whole thing together, and let me just tighten this up, and I'll fire it up for you so you guys could see. I got plenty of nut on there. It doesn't matter that it's not completely tight. I'm not blowing snow with it yet, but I just want to get it tight enough so when I start this thing, nothing falls off. Now what this is doing is, now that pulley is locked to the shaft. The pulley is supported by the washers and the bolt, and plus there's a couple of Allen keys. You see them right there. There's one and there's the second one. So these things are nice and supported, nice and happy, and so forth. I smashed a brand new, this is the Grey Hound version of the Predator engine. Actually, I think the Grey Hound came first, and then Harbor Freight went with the Predator. I think in Canada, one of my subscribers, Rex 4x4, told me these are known as Power Fist or something like that. Sounds like a bad German movie there or something. Anyway, an adult German movie. So let's turn this on and give it a little choke and a pull. You guys can see how everything is going there. The auger does idle away slightly. I did jack this up on a few washers, which might have it a little bit tight. So when I tell it to go, it goes. If I pull back on it, it still goes. Reverse. And the auger spins away. It sounds good, no bad sounds. All I have left to do is make sure everything's tight and put the covers on it. One of the reasons why I wanted to go for a fresh engine is because they start like that. You put a brandy new engine on them, either they're good and they fire right up, or they're worthless, in which case you got a worthless new engine and you got to figure out what's wrong with it and get that corrected or get it replaced again. So yeah, if you're going to have a snowblower, it is worthless if it's not going to start up on the first or second pull. So there we are. Once again, this was a Sears 9-horse. This is known as a 28-inch. And what I did is I did a 6.5 horsepower conversion. So this thing is up and running. Once again, I just have to throw a couple of covers on. One is down in the lower driveway and one is right here. I just have to bolt them up. I just want to go through the bolts one more time and make sure everything is nice and tight. So this is snowblower number 2 that's ready to come out and play. It's ready to work. And that's the best thing you could have. I figure, so this is snowblower number 2. I had this thing running, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago. 2 years ago, I guess. So I need to drag this thing and get this one fired up and ready to go. This snowblower is going to live in the upper driveway here. I want to be able to maintain continuous access to this shed and that shed. So I'm probably going to keep this area fairly opened. That'll make life better. You know, if the town really does shut me down, I wouldn't mind on the back of this thing and coming out a whole long ways, putting a big greenhouse on it. You know, one of them plastic greenhouse things. Just go for a huge one. Make it the 24 feet, make it 20 foot wide. The heck with 24, let's just go with 20. And then 20 by 30. That'd probably get me rid of a bunch of sheds. That'd get it peaked up so I can drive in and out of it with the backhoe loader. And make use of it. I'd have to put, I'd want concrete out here, or at the minimum blocks on top of item 4 or something like that. That way I can move around on it without falling all over my face. But yeah, that because that thing it's literally like toasty. I mean, not hot, but nice in here. It's actually kind of nice in here. And speaking of in here, I don't know if the golf cart will fit. Yeah, it should fit. The golf cart isn't as tall as I am. The golf cart isn't 6 foot tall. I kind of want to keep the golf cart over on one side here, and then put some of the other stuff in. I'm trying to save some of my stuff from getting too destroyed in the winter. I guess you guys could probably see this better now. I still have to tie wrap it. I want to tie wrap it to the main pole. You could see it's attached there. It's attached there, right? It'll be attached along the pole. This thing is attached, and I might just from here I might put a triangle on there to kind of make this a little. I don't think this is nailed down or anything. So yeah, I'm probably going to put a triangle on there just to make that a little bit stronger. And this is bolted and bolted. So let's hope this thing, I don't wake up some windy morning and find this thing piled up someplace. Anyway, folks, I want to thank you all for watching and commenting and subscribing. Remember to keep your feet down and keep your head up. And folks, please get out there and enjoy all your days. We've had a lot of just beautiful days this fall, at least here in the Northeast. It's just been, you can hardly tell that we have winter coming upon us. It's just been like a nice prolonged fall, and that's just perfect for me. So anyway, I'm hoping everywhere else in the country your weather hasn't been too horrible. Once again, folks, remember to keep your feet down, keep your head up. Please get out there and enjoy all your days. Take care now. Bye.